It is now precisely 7 o'clock.
Springbok Radio presents World News and Africa Survey.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, the 22nd of October, 2025. My name is Wynand de Tooy, and I welcome you to my weekly broadcast here from South Africa. Many of you might have heard from the Kalahari Desert, and we are on the edge of that Kalahari Desert from where I'm broadcasting this morning. And it is important to remember that our organization, which work to prevent disaster in South Africa, our organization's name is SBB in short, and it stands for Civil Protection Services. And we operate a disaster management center here in Upington, Northern Cape. And we have a call center, and we have the intelligence hub, where we gathered all relevant information from South Africa, from Africa, and from the world, where we analyze the data of it all to put us in a position where we can predict what will happen in advance as things is unfolding in South Africa. We believe that the worldwide situation, such as the war between Russia and Ukraine, the high tensions in the Middle East, the internal struggles in the United States, as well as the civil unrest in countries like Britain, France, and Germany, will eventually have a huge influence on South Africa. Also on the course of things as it progressed in South Africa. The tensions in the world, the push by the globalists for a war between NATO and Russia, that push will eventually lead to a world war, and that world war will greatly affect the well-being and the future of South Africa. We believe that shortly after the world went to war, South Africa will collapse in total chaos as all the financial resources will be stretched. Necessities will become scarcer, less accessible, with huge shortages of fuel, food, medicines, and a lot of other very necessary things that a normal society needs to live a normal life. The wokeness in Europe is not doing us a favor. We see how South Africa government, the government of national unity, follow the rules of the World Economic Forum, as well as the World Bank, strictly in accordance to the directives issued by Klaus Schwab and George Soros. The Open Society Foundation of George Soros, based in Cape Town, is a huge threat, and the inept government of South Africa are very loyal followers, supporters of the globalists. In the end, it will mean disaster for South Africa. In a country where almost all services has already collapsed, where once thriving communities like Knysna in the Southern Cape where service providing is at an absolutely zero level, no refuse removal, no sewage cleanups, repair works, no running water in the taps. When we see that happening in our society, it sends out a clear message to the concerned people who are more conservative in their thinking, who tends to see the danger more often than others. We must prepare ourselves for the worst case scenario in South Africa. There is no use to try and politicize the situation. Nothing is going to change politically. No political party in South Africa will turn the situation around, as all the state funds has been stolen, skimmed off. Corruption is high, and there is really no political future in South Africa. Yes, there are hopes, there are dreams, there are threats, all those things that comes with a failed government. But it's not only the government that has failed, it is also the police services to a large extent, the defense force. Our Navy is not in a position to go to sea. Our Air Force is down to 2 or 3 aircraft, and military discipline is in absolutely shambles. And if we want to survive a situation in South Africa where it is life-threatening because of shortages of food, provisions, because of angry mobs that are blaming some people for the collapse of the country. For years now, we have seen our political figures continue to blame colonialism and apartheid as the source of the failed state. And that eventually will lead to revenge attacks on the minority group in South Africa by the black masses when they don't have anything left to eat. And that will be within days of a total collapse. I cannot see and foresee a standing government, an operating government, once violence and anarchy breaks out, and all this will be influenced by happenings in Europe, by a possible world war, and the situation on the ground level. We have to do our thing. We have to prepare ourselves. We have to trust our instincts and our intelligence. And we have to rely on the fact of what we can see is happening in South Africa. It's not about losing hope. It is about seeing reality. We see what is happening in South Africa. We see where we are heading in South Africa. And in the end, the chances are good that it will be a civil war based along racial lines. Not that we want it, but that's how it will play out. To be able to survive such a threat, we must be very well prepared, very well organized. And that is what SBB are doing. For the past 4 years, we have been preparing, planning, put stuff in place, watch the situation closely, so that at the moment's notice, we can react in a desperate effort then to get our people to safer areas from where we can dominate large agricultural areas to ensure the production of food continues. This is a situation that has deteriorated in South Africa, and we must step up, do more work, do more preparation, be more ready. Because when violence broke out, uncontrolled violence, a police that is unable to control the masses, then we must know that we will have to do it ourselves. The fact that you have listened to me today, I appreciate that. And I thank each and every person for their support, which you can do by joining the channel. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. If the need is there, I will do more English broadcasts if the need is there. But then give me the need. Right down at the bottom, give me your comment on what you want. And what do you want to hear? What do you want to see? I think the world are very closely related to each other, intertwined. So a situation in the eastern part of Europe will definitely have a very huge impact on our lives in South Africa. So we must be prepared, be ready when things go south. As usual, an old military thing is the condensed milk coffee. In those days, the days of the Bush War, early mornings, when we made coffee, it was heavily infused with condensed milk, which make it very sweet, very nice to drink. So this morning, prepare yourself a good cup of condensed milk coffee. Have a nice day, and if all is well, I see you again in a week's time.